Okay, welcome to Decomposing Day 1. It is also sometimes known as horizontal addition, and that's because we're going to be writing our problems horizontally. When I was in elementary school, anytime a problem was horizontal, our teachers told us to write it vertical. They didn't give us the tools to add horizontally. But you guys are in luck because I am going to help you learn how to add whether a number is horizontal or vertical. And you will have the tools to do it either way. Now, I know I'm not usually over here on the left side of your screen, but today that's where I'm going to be because I have some different things on these slides, and I know because I already recorded this once and I forgot to hit record, so I got to the end and realized I had paused it partway through. And I'm not going to do that this time. So let's review. Now, the important part with decomposition is you have to call numbers by their right names, by their place value. If you don't, you will make mistakes and this won't work for you. But I know because we've been working so much and we've talked about place value since the very first day of school that those of you who are doing this module, you can do this. I know you can. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this number 48. And I want you to look at this digit right here, the 4 in the tens place. What is the value of that 4? Ooh, I hope you said it was worth 40 because if you were a 40, would you want to be called 4? No, you want to be called by your value, what your worth is. Okay, let's look at this one, 17. Now, if I underline the 7, it is worth 7 because it's in the ones place. But if I underline the 1, you better tell me it is worth 10 because it is in the tens place. Okay, 59. And I tried to find some funner videos instead of just writing a number up there. 59. What's the value of the 5? It is worth 50. And I threw in some sports players for you. 94. This is a soccer player. 94. What's the value of the 9? The 9 is worth 90. Okay, a lot of you love the Chiefs, so I threw in a Chiefs player. What's the value of the 1? It's worth 10 because it's in the tens place. Okay, Grant, this one's for you. I know you love the Jazz. Every time you draw a picture, it has something to do with the Jazz. What is the value of the 2 on his jersey? It is a 20. I don't know what happened there. I think I touched but it's not 28. It is worth 20. Okay, Haven, my volleyball player, another 21. Another jersey, 21. What's the value of the 2? It is worth 20. Okay, many of you have seen Finding Nemo. When my kids were little, it was one of their favorite shows. Get up, let's go. It's time for school, time for school. We are ready to learn. Okay, we have 35 plus 46. And some of you might say, well, I don't understand, Mrs. Hunde. What are these weird lines for? Well, I'm going to explain that. These lines are to help you remember that first we're going to add our tens with our tens. We're going to add like units. 30 plus 40. And if you need to, you can write that as a 30 plus 40 to remind you that should look like expanded form like we just finished. But if you don't need to and you know that 30 plus 40 is 70, that's okay. Now, it won't let me choose any other colors because I haven't bought the program. So we're just going to have to, when you get to your guided notes, you are more than welcome to get out your crayons and pick a color to then highlight the ones. So I'm just going to have to do it in black because I don't have another color that I can use. So I'm going to underline it in black. We're going to add our ones. 5 plus 6. And like I said before, if you need to write that down, 5 plus 6, That is equal to 11. Now we're just going to add our two totals. What's 70 plus 11? Some of you might have to think of it still as a 10 and a 1, but there are those of you who are ready to just say, I know 70 plus 11 is 81. Please box your answers. Okay, 55 plus 13. See, every time I click on something, when I want to use a different color, maybe I'll just upgrade. I'll see how much it costs me. So we have 50 plus 10. 50 plus 10 is 60. Now we're going to add our ones. 5 plus 3 is 8. 60 plus 8, that looks exactly like expanded form, is 68. Don't forget to box your answer. Okay, 37 plus 18. We're going to add our tens with our tens. 30 plus 70 is 40. I forgot to change back to my marker. It's okay. 7 plus 8 is 15. Like I said, if you still need to write your digits down here, or if you need to write it as a 10 and a 5 to help you know what a 15 is, that's okay. It just depends on what tools you're ready to use. 40 plus 15 is 55. Okay, go ahead and get your guided notes. I would like you to get out at least 2 crayons. So pause the video while you get out your guided notes and 2 crayons. And guess what? I'm going to be checking guided notes because I know there are some of you who don't think you need to do them. And then you come up to me and you say, I don't know how to do the practice page. And it's because you didn't practice during the guided note stage of the lesson. Okay. With one of your colors, you're going to draw or trace the lines to our tens. Now, some of you might say, this kind of looks like a check mark. It does. It looks like it's a check mark. And 70 plus 10 is 80. Now, I went and got the orange pen. It's not as thick, but I think you'll be able to see. And we're going to add 8 and 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. It's probably hard to see. So let me go back to this one. 80 plus 16 is 96. Okay. That's the reason I don't like to use these tools over here is because I have to erase. And when I use these tools over here, just going to the next screen clears it. Okay. 63 plus 29. Get your crayon and trace from your tens to your tens. So 60 plus 20, because we are calling these numbers by their correct name, 60 plus 20 is 80. And I'm just going to use my black. Some of you I know love black, so if you chose to use a black crayon, great. It'll just help you see that I'm adding now my 3 right here and my 9. 3 plus 9 is 12, and that is equal to 92. Okay, 69 plus 16. First thing, on your guided notes, I want you to highlight where we're adding our tens. Trace it. You can probably trace better than I can with a mouse. Okay, 60 plus 10 is 70. I forgot to change. That's okay. And then we're going to look at our ones. 9 plus 6. And that is equal to 15. 70 plus 15 is 85. Last one. Look, I found a new cool stop sign. I kind of like it. We're going to add 20 plus 40. 20 plus 40. Remember, you can always count by tens. 20, 30, 40, 50. Oops, I keep getting my fingers out of the way. So let's do it again. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 8 plus 7 is equal to 15. We add those together. I can see right there I have a 10. 60 plus 10 is 70. Plus 5 more is 75. Now, I hope you liked this. If you did, would you let me know? It's one of my favorite ways to add because it takes a couple of steps out from expanded form. And I know you guys are ready for it. You can do this. You've got this. Go ahead and get your practice page. Please continue to use your crayons or a colored pencil to highlight if you need to. And then go ahead and do the exit ticket. You've got this. I know that you do.